Hello, I'm Justine Murphy with Vision Systems Design's Focus on Vision. There are some cool things happening in machine vision and imaging. Let's take a look. Forecasting crop yield is key for a successful harvest. But things like changing weather patterns and rising food demands are increasingly hindering the accuracy of those forecasts. Now, researchers in India are working on a solution. A team from Chandigarh University has developed an AI-powered transformer model that can accurately predict crop yields via satellite images, climate data, and historical agricultural records. Unlike conventional, time-consuming, labor-intensive field surveys, the new transformer-based model facilitates large-scale agricultural monitoring and requires nearly 40% fewer parameters. The team says this allows farmers to more easily identify the growth stages of crops from complex temporal patterns that impact the final yields. The system relies on real-time Earth observation data, specifically from the European Space Agency's Sentinel-1 and Sentinel-2 satellites, to obtain information about things like the health and growth of vegetation and soil, as well as field conditions. This approach factors in climatic variables too, including rainfall and historical crop production records, to turn multiple data sources into a single predictive model. The team is now examining ways to forecast crop yields in real time using cloud-based platforms. Infrastructure organizations, engineering firms, and contractors know there are a lot of things to consider when planning a project, so a complete understanding of site conditions prior to any construction is crucial. With this in mind, Exodigo is expanding its product portfolio. This will boost the Israel-based subsurface intelligence and AI engineering companies' integrated solutions that pave the way for more informed decisions throughout construction and engineering projects, from the early planning stages to the end result. The expansion will also ultimately aid Exodigo's work in subsurface utility engineering, a type of civil engineering that involves investigating underground utilities to identify anything that may pose risks to an infrastructure project design. Specifically, the product portfolio expansion will advance the company's remote data intelligence solutions, including AI-powered collection, integration, and analysis of existing infrastructure information. Another is on-site reality capture technology, which produces engineering-grade 3D maps to help with planning, design, and construction decisions, AI engineering and design assistance, and utility relocation solutions. According to Exodigo co-founder and CEO Jeremy Seward, the product portfolio expansion will help engineers to shift from reactive problem-solving to proactive, data-driven decision-making, with a more comprehensive understanding of what's at a site, ultimately improving project designs, reducing costs, and keeping projects on schedule. The 2026 World Artificial Intelligence Conference last week was alive with embodied AI, as AGIBOT robots demonstrated their skills, everything from waving their hands to dancing. AGIBOT, a China-based developer of embodied AI and robotics systems, has introduced 4 new technologies that can be integrated into real-world environments and applications. The new A3 Ultra humanoid robot, standing nearly 6 feet tall, has a perception system that features components like 3D LiDAR and GPS navigation for use in public-facing commercial and service environments. Another new humanoid robot, the X2EDU, is designed for use in education and scientific research. It can be integrated with components including sensors and computing modules based on research requirements. AGIBOT's first heavy payload force-controlled embodied task robot, the G2 Max, is designed for industrial operations like palletizing and material handling, and can be used in conjunction with existing production equipment and factory systems. The new OmniHand 3 Ultra M, a human-scale, direct-drive dexterous hand with 20 active degrees of freedom, facilitates embodied AI training, teleoperation, demonstration capture, and contact-rich manipulation. AGIBOT representatives say these new systems can deliver consistent and practical performance at scale. Well, that's it for this edition of Focus on Vision. Be sure to like and share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on social media, and visit vision-systems.com for the most up-to-date, interesting, and exciting news impacting the machine vision and imaging industry.